There's still time to enjoy fresh powder and hit the slopes for a ski getaway. Even if you don't ski, enjoying mountain life is a dream for people looking to take advantage of prime real estate. Realtor.com came out with a list of America's best ski towns for home buyers and sellers. Unlike beach towns, living in a ski town is more expensive. The average price appreciation across all ski towns is about 48% over the past 3 years. The U.S. Sun spoke with Realtor.com data journalist Evan Wyloge, who extensively looked into market values. Evan explained the increase is due in part to more affluent and remote workers getting out of metropolitan cities and immersing themselves in a relaxed lifestyle.
These ski towns are really appealing to a broader audience. It's not just for the winter season nowadays.
Those people we saw trying to take advantage during the pandemic, especially of these, new conditions for their employment, and we saw a lot of demand go up in some of these places that were further from the dense urban cores around the country.
Evan evaluated home listings in ski towns over the past 3 years to find the single ski town in each region of the country where list prices have risen. And some of the cities are familiar finds. The city of Windam, New York has seen the most price appreciation, in particular Windam Mountain. Located in the Catskill Mountains, which is just under 3 hours north of New York City, the area draws people year-round.
The mountain, I think, that a lot of New Yorkers hear about, see advertisements for.
Home prices in Windam are about 45% higher than the national average, with the median list price of $642,450. In the Midwest, Lutsen, Minnesota is located on the north shore of Lake Superior and about 4 hours north of Minneapolis.
Minneapolis used to be a metro that was below average for price. And in the past few years, it's crept up and become above average.
Of course, when I think of Minnesota, I think of hockey. And fascinating that this has actually made the list here, the top of the list when it comes to skiing.
One thing we observe generally when we look at all kinds of different trends is that the Midwest is this bastion of affordability where the rest of the United States has seen affordability really get squeezed.
People looking to get away, Lutsen has become the year-round option, but still popular for skiers. Lutsen Mountains has about 1,000 acres for skiers to enjoy, along with the average annual snowfall of 115 inches. The tide is shifting because home prices in this town have risen to about twice the national figure, averaging about $529,000. Moving to a different part of the United States is another year-round destination.
I was surprised when I heard about this because when I think of Gatlinburg, I think of the Smoky Mountains. I think more of the summer and hiking and the trails there. So is this sort of like a hidden gem to find?
I think it is, but I imagine that if you talk to locals down there, they probably would tell you that they've all known about it forever, right?
Gatlinburg is home to the Gatlinburg Resort, about 85 miles west of Asheville, North Carolina.
This is an area where we've seen a lot of demand go up in the past few years. This area, again, has benefited from people who could move away from the big population centers and perhaps maybe a couple hours to the south, a couple hours west from where they were living, and now you're in the Smoky Mountains, like you were saying.
The median home price in Gatlinburg is about $700,000. New England is home for great skiing, and Waterville Valley, New Hampshire takes the top spot. Homeless prices have appreciated by 121% over the past 3 years.
Here's a place where, you can get here relatively quickly from a place like Boston, and be up there and spend a few days. And we've seen prices more than double in the past 3 years up there.
Renters are seeing the trend of people who grew up skiing here returning to live full time. After all, Waterville Valley Resort has some of the bigger ski terrains on the East Coast. It also has a vertical drop of more than 2,000 feet, perfect for extreme skiers looking for speed. If you're not skiing in New England, what better place to go than the Rocky Mountains? You may need a celebrity budget to buy one of the hot properties, though. At Beaver Creek Resort in Avon, Colorado, the median list price is $1.55 million. That's more than double than it was 3 years ago.
It's got the best of the best. It's not too crowded. It's conveniently a few miles further away from Denver than Vail, so a lot of people will get to Vail and ski there. but 15 minutes further drive west and you get to Avon.
Farther west, Sisters, Oregon is home to the Hoodoo Ski Area, which is located at the foot of Central Oregon's Cascade Mountains.
Again, when I think of Oregon, so many beautiful spots for outdoors, but people are really going there. And this is really a small community there.
It is a small community. It's part of what they call their own golden triangle out there locally, which is Redmond, Bend, and Sisters. Bend is the biggest of those areas.
The town of Sisters has become a popular spot for people who enjoy the outdoors. The median list price is $795,000. It's about 30 minutes north of Bend and only has a population of 3,000. Its smaller mountain makes it convenient for people who want to enjoy fresh powder without the congestion.
Places like Sister Oregon, are they ready then for an influx of people, or is this something where they want to kind of keep it quiet?
You know, I spoke with a local realtor there, and he, I think, would tell you he wants it both ways. They loved that, they've seen prices rise and values go up. So, that's always good for people when they feel that equity bump. At the same time, they treasure having this small town feel. And so,
for a deeper dive into the best ski towns or all things property, check out our money page at the US Sun.